Mr. Iron Trader, it is Tuesday morning, so it's time to go to work. So what we're going to do is, first of all, take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first, let's take a look here at NVDA. Now, remember, the earnings are out here on the 26th. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have NVIDIA. Now, again, the earnings are out on the 26th here, and we've had a really nice run going on here, okay? So right now here, now, I got to figure this is a daily and weekly chart, so you don't have really any movement. But right now, NVIDIA is sitting at pretty close to 140 level, okay? So what we want to do here, yesterday's high was 139.25. We're obviously above that. This is the target that we're looking for right here. The bottom of this candle, this is 148 or 141.88. Sorry about that. See, there's your gap and then there's your fill level, okay? Now, if we can get above this 141.88, then we'll come right to the bottom of these candles right here. You're looking at 143.72. Then we'll look at the high of this candle at 147.23. Then we have this retest up here at 148.97 level. But always watch these gaps and fill. See how we dropped down, had the gap, and then it kept on filling, and you're in the middle of the gap, but usually it wants to fill that gap like a magnet to a fridge, okay? Now, if we can get above that 148.97, then we're going to come over to the top of this level here, 152.16, and then your big retest is 153.13. Now, they have a projection here that the stock is supposed to increase 46% this year, so we got to see how it all shakes up. A lot of times what happens with NVIDIA here is, you can see here when the earnings came out here, then it kind of like sold right on off here. So always got to just be a little careful here. So how I do is I have a long-term position here that I've had for years, and then I have a position that I bought like right down here, okay, when nobody else wanted it. Then that's when I bought a position here to take this long into the earnings, and then I also scalp it daily, okay? So what I do on the scalp is I just wait till it comes down to support level like right there, and then what I do is I'll take a trade, okay? And that's just like a daily trade is all that is, okay? So I just buy at support, sell at resistance for that daily trade, but I also have this position going, I should say, and a long position going. So I just think NVIDIA is going to be much higher here. I think you're going to be pushing to 200 down the road eventually here. So I have like a three-way trade going on. Now, when you look at the RSI here, 56, plenty of room to run. Your green over your red looking very nicely here. Now, on the downside here, what you always want to watch is you want to watch this 100-day 135.54, and then we have that 50-day right below it at 134.95. Look at this 8-day, how nice it is now. When this actually opens at 9:30, this 8-day will be higher. So this is what you're going to be watching, 131.88, and then we have this 131.20 is your 21-day. Now, what I always say is once that price is above the 8-day, it's sideways to up. When it gets below that, it's sideways there to down. Now, when we look at a weekly chart here, well, you can see here now, last week we closed very nicely here above that 21-day at 136.37 and that 135.81, that 8-day. So this is what we need to hold here by Friday. That's going to be very key here on a weekly chart. Okay, so now you can see here where your RSI is coming right back up here. This is trying to curve around. So if we can maintain that, then we can have a good shot at maybe even retesting that 153.13 level. But just have a little bit of patience with this here. So however you trade, if you just buy it long and you hold it, or if you just wait for opportunity like we had here and then we hold it, or if you scalp it daily, there's a trade here for everyone. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin here. I have the old daily chart. Now let me just big this up. Now, really, nothing really hasn't changed that much here. Bitcoin's down. Yeah, you're down a little bit here today here. But what we did is we put in this new low level. So right here, we put a low here of 95.90 here. We're looking for this level right here, this 95.370. So we went just a little bit lower here, but right now you're sitting at 95.785. This is going to be the key level right here, this 94.285. As long as we hold that, that is basically your recent low. Now again, if that is lost here, then we can come down to the bottom of this candle here, 92.745, 92.350. But you're really looking at the bottom of this candle here for a retest at 91.455, which is basically right there. Okay, so again, just watch this candle here. But what we have is we have this falling wedge. And now we just have this sideways action kind of situation here. It looks like a bull flag kind of situation right here, but now it's just kind of really extending itself out. But what we need here on Bitcoin is a catalyst to take this either higher or lower, but right now there's just no catalyst. Okay, so right now what we're looking for on the upside is right here at 96.998. Okay, that is going to be key. You really want to get back and get above that. That's going to be your resistance level. Then your next level is going to be, we just look at the top of this candle here. You're looking at 98,295, and then we'll come up here at 98,440, and then we're going to be looking right here at that 99,383. That's your 50 SMA here, and then we have your 21 right above it at 100,549 here. But you can see here your 50-day flattened out, 21-day flattened out, and now this 8-day here is still trying to flatten out here. But we got to see how this all shakes out. But we just have sideways action, so we just want to trade this. Now, again, if we can get above that 50-day and that 100-day, well, then this is the target going to be right up here. It's going to be this 102,635, and then we can work the candles up. But realistically, this is going to be your big target at that 106,945 level here. Look how many times that hit it. We come right off the top of that candle. See to take the white line all across. That's your resistance level. But you got to get through that 50-day, 21-day in order, and that 8-day in order to do that. So today, what you want to do is just watch that 8-day on the upside, and then watch the bottom of this candle here at that 94,285. This might be some really good scalping situation. I'll be looking for to scalp long here. I trade the IBIT, the ETF for long, and BITI there for the short. Now, 43, we're just kind of sitting, hanging out there. It doesn't really show us anything. There's no divergence and anything. And then what we have is your green below your red, but we're sitting at the bottom situation, just like what we were at here. And basically, you just have this sideways action. So let me just take this down here a little bit. See how we had this just trading action all the way through until we get this catalyst, and then she broke up nicely. Okay, so this is what we have here. But we have this. We had a W pattern, but we have this W double top situation, and now we're just kind of like flatline and just selling sideways. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have the old crude oil. Now remember, there will be no API report here today on Tuesday as usual because of the President's Day holiday. So we will have that on Wednesday. It's going to be your API report at 4:30. And then on Thursday, you'll have the EIA report at 11 o'clock for crude and at 10:30 on Thursday for natural gas. Okay, so let's just look at it. Now, you can see here we just have this basically sideways trading here. We put it a little bit lower low. We came all the way down to 70.12. Okay, so why did it come down to 70.12? Because bottom line, look at the bottom of that candle. What do you have? See, 70.12. Okay, so I said if you lose that 70.22, that's going to be your next level, and she went right there. Okay, so that's your support. So always look to the left of the chart here is everything you really want to know about support here. Okay, so let's just look at this again. So if this goes on a downside here, you can be watching, first of all, bottom line, this candle here, you're looking at 70.84, okay? And then we'll come down to the bottom here, you're looking at that 70.52, and then we have that 72.22, and then we're looking at that 70.12 level, which lines up very, very nicely there. Now, if that is lost here, we bring the price channels across, and we're looking right here at 69.33, and we bring this channel across, and we're come right there at 68.42, and then we can come down here, you're looking at 67.72, and we come all the way down here at 66.98 level. But that's only if we start losing all this area. Right now, it seems like it wants to go down, and then it just rallies right up toward this sideways action. See, this is why I say when you're below that 8-day, okay, it fights it all the way there. So what you have is you have sideways to down kind of a situation. When you get above that 8-day, it's sideways to up action. Okay, so now on the 100-day here, this is going to be your resistance level right here, 71.40, and then just above that is going to be 71.50. That's going to be very, very key level. Now you notice that this 8-day crossed over all of your 21-day, your 200-day, your 50-day, but it has not crossed over this 100-day. Looks like it might possibly want to roll up here, but we got to see. Okay, so that's going to be resistant at 71.50, and then if we get above that, this is your next target at 72.34 level. Now you can see here where we try to make it above here. Now we had a high of 72.07 so far, and then at 72.02. So this is going to be your resistant a level here, kind of like a double top situation. But if you get above it, then we have that 50-day, then we have your 21-day at 72.99 level here. Then we can come to the top of this candle at 73.22, and then we come here, 73.68, and then we're going to head right for that 200-day at that 74.16 level here. So everything you really need to know here about the resistance level is right here. Now, easy way I trade this is UCO on the long, SCO on the short. It seems to be working out very, very nicely. Now, I have a short position going here, and then what I do is I just scalp the long position. That's what I'm doing right now, okay? So for today, watch that 100-day, okay, and that 8-day on the upside. If we get above it, right there we have that 72.34. On the downside, watch that 70.22 and a possible retest of that 70.12, which is right basically there. Okay, now natty gas here. Well, let's just see what we got going. Okay, so we had a really, really good, nice run all the way on up here. Now we never did fill this gap. See, we have a gap here, 316, okay, and then 311. Okay, so we never did fill that gap situation. But now what we have is an indecision candle. But you notice that we are holding. It came right down here to that 50 SMA here. So on the downside, that 3.55 is key, and then we have that 21-day at 3.52, and then we have that 8-day at 3.52. So watch that 50-day on a closing basis, 3.55, and then 3.52. This is all going to be your key support level. If that's lost, we'll come right here. You're looking at 3.46 level. We have 3.43. We have 3.35, and then we're going to come down here at 3.29, and then we can come all the way down here to this level here at that 3.17 level, and a possible retest at 299. But you have to lose that 21-day to 50-day and the 8-day in order to do that. So right now we're holding, we're good. See, above that 8-day, sideways to up kind of a situation. Now, upside, we want to watch today's high, 3.65 level. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Then we'll come over to the top of this candle at 3.72, and then we're going to come right over here at that 3.80, which basically this was your resistance levels. Okay, 3.82. So it didn't quite make there, within a couple of cents there. You know what I'm saying? Right there, 3.8. Now, again, if it can rally up here, then we go 386, 391, 40, and then 405. That's your big target. But right now, we just have this sideways action, waiting to see what's going to happen here. With the weather kind of a situation, right now, the weather here has been really, really cold. It's like 8 degrees out here right now, here, like where I live. But they're expecting a warm up here at the end of the weekend, possibly next week. So we got to see how that all going to shake out there. Okay. So for today, watch all this support. 8, 50, 21-day. That's key. If that's lost on a closing basis, then we follow the candles down to a possible retest. Upside here, we just want to watch today's high, okay, and at that 365. If not, we can have a nice target up here at that 380 level. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here at midday trading, and we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas, and then we'll throw something else in the old mix. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.